Hi, this is Mike, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Fantasy Sports. We talked yesterday a little bit about the playoffs and which teams have the most games. Right now, I take a look at some players I think that could be some good waiver wire ads. Everything's kind of up in flux, I guess you could say, if you say it correctly. And we want to look at where players are starting to settle, maybe some people that might be worth adding in their new locations, or just maybe players that had some playing time open up. So my first guy I want to talk about here, and I'll pull up my screen if you're watching on the YouTube. First guy I want to talk about is in Brooklyn, and that is Cam Erin Thomas. So he's 27% rostered. He's been rostered in 24. He's 27% rostered. He's gone up 24% in the last day. So he's a hot ad these days. So if you think about it, James Harden left from Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is there half the time playing. Kevin Durant is out right now. So even when Ben Simmons arrives and Seth Curry and Andre Drummond, there's still going to be a lot of minutes available. So Cameron Thomas is someone that I would recommend adding. I think he's going to have consistent minutes. It looks like he's a pretty good shooter when he gets minutes. If he gets over 20 minutes, he got 26 minutes here, he scored 25 points. 31 minutes, 30 points. 32 minutes, 20 points. All right, he's shooting in the 400s. He's doing pretty well. Let's check out his average ranking here, if I can do that. Let's see, I'll go to players, and then I'll just do ranks. He should be pretty high up there. Over the last 14 days, see Thomas. Let's see where Thomas is. We can do a find for Thomas. There he is. He's ranked 121, and he's 89th overall. So he's a guy that'll get you points and threes, it looks like. Yeah, I still think he's worth an ad, especially if you need some scoring, a little bit of a punch on your team. And if you're looking for a guy who's an extreme wild card, but a guy who can put up some crazy stats, it's a guy whose name I don't usually say correctly. His name is Alexei Pokusevsky on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So this guy's been in the G League for most of the year, but he got called up recently, and he's played 4 of the last 5 games. And he's scoring points. He's getting steals. He's getting blocks. He's getting rebounds. He might be in the G League in a week. We don't know. But right now, Oklahoma City, this is around the time when they go into tank mode. I had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last year, and he got shut down. Looking like he might be shut down again this year. So if you have SGA, I would recommend trying to get something for him, get a trade, get rid of that guy as quick as you can, because I am pretty sure he's not playing again the rest of the year. Oklahoma City is still in rebuild mode. They have some solid pieces, but they're still looking to get some good draft picks. So anyway, consider that if you own SGA. But this guy might be worth an ad just because he's a real lanky kind of guy. He's real skinny as well. But he's a guy who can score. He can shoot the three. He plays pretty good defense, gets some good defensive stats. So he's worth a look. A guy I've been looking at too, and it sounds kind of crazy, but Rondo is a good backup right now for Darius Garland. He actually didn't even play this last game, so maybe now that I'm looking, now that Garland's back, Rondo is kind of on the bench. So maybe that's a pass on the Rondo. So it depends on your league. It depends also on your team. If you're looking to get some rebounds, a guy I picked up was Steven Adams. He was available in my league. If you're looking to get some scoring, like I mentioned, Reggie Bullock, it looks like, is someone who puts up decent numbers for scoring. In the three-point category, he's getting good minutes as well. He's actually worth a look for me as well. You just got to consider your team's needs. You're probably pretty solid for the most part, and you're going to want to take a look and see what you need for your team. So if you're looking for blocks, you can always search for a stat. But the teams I would focus on, take a look at Indiana, take a look at New Jersey. there should be some decent guys on both of those teams that you can probably add to your roster. So if you have moves that you're looking to do, that's what I'd suggest. Other than that, tomorrow will be Sunday, so we'll be watching the Super Bowl. But after that, I might have some time to review my team, see how we did for the week, and see what we need to do for All Star Week. All Star Week's a little different, where it's actually 2 weeks, and you have 8 days of games instead of 7 days of games over those 2 weeks. And then for me, the playoffs start the week after. So if you have guys on my team, I'll just say this one last thing before we end here. I'm rostering a lot of injured guys, hoping that they come back soonish. I have Oladipo right now, who's maybe projected back the end of February, which would be after the All-Star break. I have Dylan Brooks, who they just released the release saying he'll be back in March. If I don't get the bye in my league, I'm in second right now, but I need to keep second in order to get that bye. If I don't get the bye, I'm going to have to drop some of those guys so I get the games, so I can make sure I make it through the next round. So those players I was just considering would be something to look at. So that's all for today. I'll see everyone tomorrow.